Alright then. Had a bit of a rough start at first, because I'm still testing my new setup. However, here we are. We can't resume live. This is an entirely new PC. There's no face cam because this particular PC doesn't have one yet. I mean, I've got one, but it's back home, and I'm not home. Not home anyway. So this will be that kind of stream. I wonder if it's too much noise. Let's see. Okay. Reduce that. Reduce that. There will be echo, I think. So there's still some rough patches to be sorted out. However, this is a much better machine, so I might be able to play better things on it as well. I mean, not better things, but let's say more modern things, I guess. Okay, day 41, Modron for you. It's an autosave. I think this is the latest one. So let's load that up and see where it's going. Got quite a bit of stuff collected. Still in this bloody maze. It's the same maze as before. What we need to do is we need to find out where our target is. We're looking for certain things within this maze. I think I need to check all of these rooms, make sure. Oh, there you go. There we go. Make sure we've cleared out everything on our path. Do not entirely recall where we ended up last time. But, okay, I think we need to go here. Yes, indeed, this is where our destination lies. Now we're at the crossroads. Well, let's go there. Okay. Auto loot on. We threw all that shit out. Fair enough. Okay. I'm gonna go up, and to the left. Jesus Christ. We've been barraged. Uh-oh. Okay, so this is where we ended up. Okay. I need to do this. I need to run. You need to engage. Okay. Okay. Okay, I guess it's Morty and Dagon all over again. And even Morty is dead, and even... Oh my god, okay, I need to reload. This is embarrassing. This is embarrassing. Oh god. This is embarrassing. Top notch, top notch. Good job, Anton. It's good shit. Good shit. I keep forgetting about the crowd, sorry, the area of effect of all these spells. There you go. Area of effect of all these spells is one problem I have. Call lightning. And you could do strengthen him. We still get damage. God damn, why? This is crazy. And he didn't get hit by lightning because you can't do too many of those at the same time. Okay. Okay. You run. The reason we died last time, basically, is exactly this. Oh, and we don't have any healing items again. Oh, I forgot. I forgot entirely. Forgot entirely, I guess. Military pick and bludgeon. What is military? Modron might. We might just use it actually. Or is it? You can forever use this, I think. Just forever use that. Okay. Thank God for our lovely Fall from Grace, who at least can heal us somewhat. But next time we go into one of these rooms, you know what we're doing? We're summoning some Modrons. They might help us. It might just help us. There's nothing here except for a trap. And we need to Anna. Special abilities. Detect traps. Detecting traps. Does she keep detecting traps? Or will she... no. Run. Okay. Mr. Dakin, you can fight this guy. We are, on the other hand... She can run. You guys can fight this guy. And I can... How about we use this item? Let's see. And see if it actually works as intended. Disgusting. And the glorious healer needs to run. Can she actually cast a spell before we... It's too much spell resist, really. Too much spell resistance, man. Terrible. Dang. Uh-oh. Anna got hit. But Anna can survive a bunch of hits because, well, she can't really survive hits per se, but she can... What she can do, she can not get hit. Just say that. That's what fucking happens. Alright. It's the last of our healing. This is difficult, man. Really don't... I don't think this was a great idea coming in here. Was it? Wasn't quite. You got to go rest again. That's just terrible, man. That's just no good. It's no good. And there's only 4 of us is the problem. It's another problem we have. And Rod of Modron didn't work, or am I missing something? Might be. I might be just missing something. We're such high level as well. What the heck? Oh, this is terrible. Again, highest difficulty, I suppose. It is to be expected. Okay. She's got so many rings and stuff on her person. Oh, Anna, what would we do without you? Don't even need that at all anymore. But fine. Okay. Can we rest? We cannot. Let's run then. Let's run and rest. What can I do? What can I do with this shit? Not much. Not much. We're not doing great. It's unfortunate. I remember when I used to be good at this game. Was I ever? Or was it just playing a low difficulty? Legit question. Legit question. I don't remember is the problem. Now, let's rest. We didn't rest. Just 8 hours and we still didn't heal anything? Jesus. Is this for real? Okay, there's another option that I had turned on. I want it on. Heal and rest, yes. I don't want to spend millions of days just sort of... There you go. There you go, fine. We still have a lot of the same problemos. And our problemos include not having any healing whatsoever. We'll get there. We'll get there. Yeah, don't fret. Don't fret. To go here. I'm kind of lost a little bit actually. Okay. Me and Plumbing Priestess are up front as well. Should be up front. Miss Priestess, could you please like do your thing? Maybe we could. What is the area of effect on that? 10 feet. Alright. I mean, I guess. Mostly casters is what we have. Oh my god, I'm so frustrated at this point. So frustrated with my own lack of ability in this game. Jesus. And this is one of the more boring parts of the game, I'll be honest. Go up. Let's go here, I guess. Let's go up. Up. And to the right. It's a big maze as well. Okay. Okay, it's a single one at least. I don't like this. This is not the way of doing things. This is definitely not the way of doing things. We need to up our decks, I guess, is one thing. Another thing is, this is just insane. Insane. These guys are just ripping us apart. Like no tomorrow. Like no tomorrow. Keep going up and up, I guess. If only I could remember where the things I need are. I can't, obviously. Okay, so there's this one guy here. Scroll of armor, fine. Okay, how about we have... Ah! Right, I forgot about that one. That's interesting. What can we do? Alright, cloud kill. Didn't do much. Did you do prayer, Grace? Come on. No, yeah, she did, but why are you attacking me? Attack Mort. No. I even did the thing. What the heck? This is insane. This is not right. It's just not right. That doesn't seem right. None of it seems right, to be honest. Much faster. That's used up as well, Jesus. Alright then. What can you do? He's dead. He's outright dead, isn't he? Have a blood charm. It's difficult. Oh, he's dead. And what's happening with the spells? What the heck is happening with the spells? I truly cannot understand. Truly can't understand, really. What the hell? Do I have too many spells? If I had another, like, this is... Did it always used to work like this? Or is it something new? I suppose this is how it always was, but it doesn't seem like it. Like, I could swear it was different. I can't trust my memory on this, can I? This truly sucks. This truly sucks. I gotta say, this does suck. What's this? Okay, we've cleared that out. I mean, little by little, we're getting through it. That's exactly little by little. Nothing here. It's not good enough. At least Anna's leveled up. Level up. Sword to fist. 60 plus to fist. Okay. I don't think we'll ever be able to use that tier. So might as well sell it later. Yeah, what we need is healing. Do we have money? We do actually. I don't really want to spend it on healing. Oh my god, this is just frustrating as all heck. Just pathetic. This is pathetic. Cubic meters of pathetic. She healed herself at least. Oh dear God. Why is this so excruciatingly difficult? Excruciatingly. Oh, she's still got some healing items. That's funny. Isn't that funny? I'll leave a clue. We don't need it. Definitely don't need that shit. Are these all items that only the name... Yeah, it's only for the nameless one. Yes, very unfortunate. Like, giving up is always an option, of course. I would love to do that. Something intelligence. We're just not doing well, that's all. Okay. She should run down. And still, I get hit. Little by little, we're getting through them, I guess. And I'm regenning a little bit, I guess. Fucking crap. Oh my god. Can she actually... What does this do? Sensory touch. Let's do the kiss. Ha! Funny. Game. Very funny. Very funny. I was busy doing something else. Why do you want to kill me then? Okay, we're just gonna do this somehow. We just have to. We have to. I need to. This is for my own good. It's for my own good. Is it? Is it though? And I was like, oh, it's so much easier playing as a mage. Which, while not untrue, is not exactly true either, is it? I keep getting lost in this stupid ass maze. I was like, I need to be ahead of this other streamer that streams this at the moment. Like, I need to stream today just so we can, so I can get ahead of him. Now, let's be honest, I ain't getting ahead of him. Yeah, fair enough. He's not going to this. He's not going to this area. One thing. You run off. Another thing is, he's already at the next sort of juncture. I love this spell, actually. Oh no, get the fuck out of there. It's very difficult to manage these things at the same time. Okay. She gets healed. We really only got one chance to sort of get this whole thing sorted. For a simple reason that we need to go back every time, replenish our spells, etc. This can be a one-shot. We're gonna run away though. Lord. What the heck? So one of these. We don't really need that many. In fact, one is all you need. We don't need the hammers, I guess. Good money. Good money from that. I thought, actually, we had... there's a special mirror that can send us... teleport us to a different... Oh. Oh, it's the only one he had. That's a problem, I guess. We need healing. We won't be able to survive without it. Let's go visit the old bickering couple. It's just beating our heads against the wall, you know. The dead one has returned, Broker! The dead one has returned! I can see that. Bandages, charcoal, charm, shards of fate. Okay. Quality sledgehammer. It's all good. Don't need it though. Very difficult. That dungeon is complete. It's bad. But also, oh, actually, another thing we can do. There's another thing we can do. I forgot all about that. We can go in here. And, there you go. What is this? No. This, though. Armor class 5. Armor class 5. 5,400. Okay. There's another area we can make use of. And that's under sigil. We haven't fared all too well in it before. However, I think we can do just fine. We can do just fine once we rest. And we will be able to actually afford to go down there and wreck some worms. Yeah. And then we can actually... I want another companion. I want another companion, which we can find in said maze before... Oh, actually, yes, and also this. We can... Okay. Greetings, Yanis. You again! Yanis frowns slightly as he stares at you. What is it you want this time? Yanis. There's a sensory stand in the sensorium that contains a fragment of your daughter's experience. His eyes blaze with hope. There is? But in which one? You must tell me. It is one of the sensate sensory stones. If you're not a sensate, you could not gain access. Thinks for a moment. I must find a way. Perhaps they would make an exception for her father. If you wanted, I could speak to someone. Yanis looks relieved. If you could, I would be most grateful. I will go settle them out shortly. Now, in the sensory stone, she left a legacy number for me. Ah, Yanis nods. It seems you spoke true. My daughter was known to you then. He sighs. Hold a moment, and I will see what was left to you. I will wait. All the articles are accounted for. Yanis is holding 3 scrolls in his hands. I had no idea she had established a legacy here. He's staring at the items, almost hypnotized. Here you are. If I may I read them, sir? Let me read them first, then I shall decide. Of course. Yanis seems broken. But please, I beg you, I have very little left to remember my daughter by. I will see that you get a chance to read them. In the meantime, perhaps I shall not forget. I will return after I have read them. We're going to lie because we are a liar. Dianara's ring. Oh, it's +2 to armor class. Gives saving throws. Yeah. She needs this more, to be honest. We're both quite shit. Healing scroll. Heals 33 hit points. Okay. Dano's legacy. We will read this. My love, if you're reading this, then the tragedy I have seen has come to pass. I have died, and you have remained to suffer the loss. Know this, my love. I know why you were forced to shield your feelings from me. You sought to protect me from the terrible burden that you carry with you. The distance you kept between us was your way of protecting me, and the brief moments when we were alone and you let your feelings be known, that was when I knew you cared for me. Carry no regrets with you, carry no guilt, for I came with you on your haunted journey of my own accord, and no matter how death came for me, I know that you did everything in your power to save me. Our lives are intertwined, my love, and death shall not be a wall between us. For my sight has seen what is to come, only in staccato segments. But it is enough for me to know that we will be separated for a time, but we shall be reconciled again. Thus, do not see my death as a farewell, but only as an interval before we meet again. Carry my ring with you, these other pieces of me, and think of me. Keep me in your mind and heart, and that will be the beacon that brings us together forever, Dianara. And a blood charm too. Ooh. Thank you. Thank you, my love. Sorry, the other me was an asshole. What? The asshole? Really? I do believe that. What a terrible person. Schmucks. I don't have any... Ah. Oh wait! Mirror of image. Ah, yeah, okay. He's not going to get poisoned though, is he? Let's give it back. Here is Diana's legacy, as I promised. Hello, Beebly! Yes, I did have a dinner. Yes, I had some eggs, some ham. You know, the classic stuff. Now, don't have a webcam yet. I've upgraded my PC. I'll need to update the specs, or actually add the specs to the description or something. But it's a different setup, so the sound might be a little bit off. But again, I'm still working out. I had spent most of my week trying to sort out this setup, this new setup, new graphics card, new everything, and I'm off my laptop. So no webcam yet, but I have a webcam actually, but it's in a different home of mine. You meant very much to my daughter. She was willing to give up her life for you. I believe that is the case. And his hands to scroll back to you. Thank you, sir. I appreciate your kindness. I mourn the loss of your daughter. I hope her words gave you some comfort. Farewell. Why are you on mobile? But, I mean, I kind of understand. Kind of do. It's not that good, mobile Twitch. It's very laggy and everything of the nature. Right. We were trying to conquer the Modron maze. Have you been to the Modron maze? Deeply? Have you? And it kicked our asses. The Modron maze just messed us up. Yeah, all good, all good. All good, my man. Okay. Damn it. It still hits us. Jesus. Still hits the front people in the front. Jesus. It's pretty bad. It's pretty damn bad, I gotta say. Let's do this. Right. So what we're trying to do now is we're trying to get some experience, get some this and that in Undersigil, and we are also woefully terrible. Fair enough. Yeah, that's also true. It is for lazy people, but I use it sometimes. So, and I do use it in bed. Mostly. Damn, we're just barraging them with spells. Well, them spells ain't doing enough. I'd say they're not doing nearly enough. Morty's getting pounded on. Jesus. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, baby. My baby skull. So does it lag? Does it lag on mobile? Might lag. I don't... Like, it doesn't lag on my end, but sometimes it actually does suck quite a bit. Oh, I'm losing so much. These guys are easier to deal with, but at the same time, they give much more XP for some reason. Oh! Nice. This is what we needed as well. Nice. So that's nice. Okay. What do we... Detect evil. Halo of lesser revelation. Okay. Cure moderate ones. Aid. Speaking of the dead. No. Damn, cold lightning is so dangerous though. Don't need raised dead from her. Okay. Let's So I guess we'll try. Lags, fair enough. Yeah. Yeah, mobile is quite bad that way. So I'm coming towards the end game in this, I guess you could say that. At least they this can mess them up. That's good. We're just barraging them with spells, jeez. Nice. Nice, but not nice enough. Yeah. So, this new PC that I got, so I got a new motherboard, which has a built-in Wi-Fi. So I don't even need a cable. For this PC. Isn't that cool? I'd say it's pretty cool. Somyan, he's dead in seconds. What the heck is that? This is the first motherboard. Well, I haven't upgraded my PC in years, so I haven't seen any of the more modern motherboards. And this one is pretty cool. I like it. Spent a shit ton of money, but I got money. I had money to spend. Now I got no money. I'm poor again. Oh dear. That's fine. It's not a problem. That's not really a problem. Now, let's see what we got here. I'll try and clear this whole area. Okay, Trellin. Fine. Okay, we don't have fire, nice. But we have this. Okay, we're done with that. Fall from grace. What can you do? You can kiss. Okay. That's not enough XP. I don't like that. That's just... Does the microwave actually work like that? It actually interferes with Wi-Fi? I mean, it makes sense, but I've never actually experienced it firsthand. How strange. How bizarre. How weird. But I can see it happening totally. Larval worms. Okay. Nice. My laptop is a ThinkPad laptop. And it's a good laptop, don't get me wrong, but it's not good enough for streaming. It's not a gaming laptop. It's just a good fairly decent ThinkPad. And the PC, this was an old ass PC. It had its graphics card burn out, and so I had to replace everything because the motherboard was too old and everything. You know how it is. How long till the level? Ugh, still got so much. So now I got NVIDIA graphics card and whatever. I think i7, an i7 processor. It's not bad. Experiencing every day. You should ban people from using microwave in your apartment area. ThinkPad, yeah, ThinkPads are good. They're pretty good, man. Well, at least what I found, But yeah, unfortunately, it's just not strong enough for streaming. I mean, it's pretty strong for playing games actually sometimes, but when you sort of when you try to do both things, when you try to stream and play a game, yeah, it's not gonna work. It just ain't working, man. Okay, you guys run away. Okay, let's try this again. This works much better, man. Will she hit herself? Oh, she doesn't hit herself, man. That's cool. Do it again. Oh no, she can't. Plus we're too close. Yeah, the ThinkPads, they got pretty good keyboards. They got the trackpad is pretty alright. Even like the little red clitoris, that's fine. I actually don't mind it, but yeah. They're good. They're good. They're pretty resilient. Doesn't matter really what you do with it. Can survive. It's maybe a little bit expensive, but I mean, it depends on what your priorities are and how much money you have, I guess. Same can be said about Apple laptops, but you know, Apple laptops have rather specific uses themselves. So you know. Okay, we need to use the healing scroll. We're gonna lose that gun. We're gonna use it twice actually. Okay, that's better. Whew, these are some sweaty fights. I gotta tell you this. Some sweaty ass fights. What the hell? I find this way too much, to be honest. Way too much. Let's get larval worms messed up. Okay, and Morty's gotta. Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong. I mostly play old games, but I would mostly play old games anyway, or Terraria or some shit like that. You know? it's just what I like to play as well. Again, when I upgraded and all, but I'm still gonna be playing pretty much all these games that I like. And I tried playing Tyranny. Nobody's watching Tyranny. Nobody cares about Tyranny. But I actually lost my saves when migrating from the laptop to this here computer. I lost my saves for Tyranny, so I might start again sometime later, because apparently it's not very popular, that game. But I actually enjoyed it. I played it once. Have you played Tyranny, Beebly? You ever played that? I found it quite agreeable, to be honest. Right. So our plan was a good plan. However, we killed everything in Under Sigil and we haven't leveled up. Which sucks. Sucks so bad. Therefore, what we need to do now is we need to go and get some healing items. And then we can go into the bloody maze again. And give it another go. So I'm happy I upgraded my PC. I mean, I wanted to do that for a while, but I was like, oh, everything is so expensive, man. Everything is so expensive. God damn it, whatever. So, hot charm. We need a hot charm, really. Blood charm. How much does this? 27, 18. Let's get a lot of blood charms, actually. Tyranny is pretty good. It's very short. It's a very short game. However, It's I found it quite nice. It's replayable. Okay. Okay, we got some healing at least. Jesus. Tyranny is a pretty nice RPG. It's weird. It's very short, but it's very replayable because there are a lot of choices in that game. They're all kind of cosmetic, but it's better than a lot of other games. Really? It doesn't have Korean? Really? Annyeonghaseyo. I don't know any Korean. I just know Chinese. That's all. I tried learning Korean a long time ago, but I forgot everything. I don't really need it in my sort of day-to-day life, so I was like, never actually managed to learn much, so. Okay. Modron cube. So have you tried this? That's pretty cool, this place. Except I hate it. You have all the spells, everything ready. You could play it in English though, I guess. Wouldn't that be cool? Right. I forgot where we were in this maze, to be honest. But I want to finish it today. I want to finish all I want to do with it today. Did we go here? No. And we didn't have to go here per se. You haven't been here? This is Modron Maze, man. This is great, this place. Love it. You gotta love it. Or hate it. Love it or hate it. It's lovely. This, okay. You buy the Modron cube off of Vrishchika, the blue lady, okay? It's you use it, and then yeah, there are a lot of hidden stuff in the game. You do this sort of combination, or you can figure it out by yourself. It's not very difficult. And you get transported here. But the thing is, there are many different levels to this maze, and lower difficulty is fine. No, it's not Lady of Pain. It's Modrons. So it's like. You'll see in a second if I can find the things I'm looking for before dying horribly again. You know, this is pretty difficult on like higher difficulties. This is insane. I died a million times already just on this area. And I'm pretty high level as well. But the thing is, I'm a mage. And there are a lot of these constructs that are immune to magic, or, you know, sort of immune to magic. Oh, fucking hell, there's still so many of you, what the hell? What in the... Jesus Christ. Morty, go fetch that guy. I'll take care of the spells, I guess. Blessing on Dakin, I guess. You gave Modron Cube to Skull Tower. Well, you can finish this area before you go. It's more difficult now. That's what I'm trying to do. You can finish it before the Skull Tower and basically give it away as well. You don't need it after this. But it's difficult. Well, at high difficulty, it's pretty challenging. Normally, I guess it wouldn't be that hard. I can do this as well. The skull, everything is just dying all the time with this place, man. See what I'm talking about? Blood charm, cranium rat. Okay. Okay, we're doing a bit better. We've upgraded a little bit, so we're doing a little bit better. But okay. Give me a sec. Okay, sorry, had to deal with this. So, I mean, if you ever decide to play this again, well, oh, there's 3 again. There's always 3. Why? Why? Tell me why, game. Why do you torture me so? Oh my god. This is just insane. These guys are very hard to kill. Very, very, very hard to kill. They are immune to magic damage a lot of the time. See? They got such high, like, resistance, spell resistances. Just insane. I hate it. Okay. Yeah, I gotta... It's a little bit frustrating, because also this area is also pretty goddamn boring. Otherwise... It's just this silly maze. Nice. Nice. At least we're doing something. Morty, how about your skull mob? What about that? Uh-oh. Okay. Let's try this. Okay, we're doing something. Morty, run away. Run away. Okay. Whew. Now what we gotta do is we gotta run away again, and okay, we've reached a dead end anyway, so I guess we could go back. Was there another? No, there wasn't. Okay, wasn't another. There is a passageway here. Oh god! Oh god! Kill me, please! Okay, guys, you 4, run away. Okay? Bam! Save versus spell. Bam! Save versus spell. Lovely! Now you run away. And you run away. This is not easy at all. And then do this. What the hell are you doing, boys? Girls, what the heck? Come on. Oh dear. Oh, and I'm out of the move. I'm out of the move. What the shit is this? This is just cure critical wounds. Okay. You just stay here. Just stay here for now. Okay, at least that's working. Okay, Mr. Skull, you gotta heal, I guess. Trying to save my healing as much as possible because we don't have a lot of it. And again, that's my own sort of misgiving, I guess. Don't like to heal much. So I'm making the game unnecessarily difficult for myself. However, that's just how it is, I guess. Now, what can we do? Use the portal lens. Clerk sword. Use this. Rest, so we don't have to backtrack so much. I wasn't planning to sort of to explore the entire dungeon. I just want to find the proper parts that I need, because there are certain special areas here that you want to go to. However, at this point, I'm like, you know, okay, this is a dead end. Turns out I'm just exploring the entire dungeon. I'm not happy about that, I'll be honest with you. This is where we just were, I guess. It's also a huge maze. At the highest difficulty, this is a huge ass maze. Shit! You see a mechanical man constructed to be robe-shaped. As you approach, he smiles at you and gives you a slight bow. So we meet at last. His voice lacks the monotone quality of the other creatures you have spoken to in the maze. Greetings. He bows once again. And to you as well, Sirrah. He cocks his head to one side and gives you a curious look. So, do we battle for control of Rubicon now, or do we engage in conversation so that you may quench your curiosity? Alright, I'm curious, can we talk? He nods smartly at you. Ah, a man of knowledge, I see. I must admit that I'd be disappointed if you were that not if you were that not the case. I would be disappointed in you were that not the case. Ask away. Who are you? He gives you a slight bow. I'm Rubicon, the Master Wizard. It is I who rule the red constructs that inhabit this realm. So, are you supposed to be the evil wizard? He frowns as he thinks. I'm not comfortable with the word evil, Sirrah. I admit that my views do not coincide with those of others in many ways, but does that make me evil? I think not. Then what are you? He looks angry. I'm a prisoner, Sirrah. I'm not here by choice, of that I can assure you. What do you mean? I was created by the Modrons to play in other meaningless dungeon games. Over time I became self-aware and asked for my freedom. Their leader refused me. What did you do? He glares at you. I did what anyone would do when they are forced into slavery. I fought for my freedom. He pauses for effect. I disintegrated the leader and made it look like an accident. I then attempted to flee this hideous existence via the nearest exit. What happened? He sighs and frowns. Unfortunately, there was a fail-safe mechanism that I was not aware of. My attempt at freedom was judged an error, and the dungeon collapsed upon itself, trapping me in stasis. He gazes off into the distance. I've been in stasis for centuries, Sirrah. I would still be there if you hadn't reset the cube and set it for hard difficulty. Turns his attention to you. So what are your plans now? He shrugs. I intend to openly march on the engineering room and claim it. I will then bend the Modrons to my will and have the full resources of the cube at my disposal. Freedom shall be mine. Let's say you do get out, what then? I haven't decided yet. With the power of the cube behind me, I could be a force to be reckoned with, he shrugs. Time will tell. What if the Modrons refuse to help you? He smiles at you. Make no mistake, Sirrah, they will help me. One way or another, they will help me. So you intend to make the Modrons your slaves? They are slaves already, Sirrah. They are slaves to law, logic, and the confines of this experiment of theirs. There are 6 big constructs. Oh my god. Under my rule, they will finally have a purpose in life worthy of their abilities. What if the Modrons refuse to help you? He smiles at you. Make no mistake, Sirrah. They will help me. One way or the other, they will. What are you? He looks angry. I'm a prisoner. Okay. What can you tell me about this place? He laughs and looks around. This little piece of hell, this is an example of Modron madness. It existed on the plane of Limbo, where thoughts can actually become reality. That way they can simply will this dungeon into being and then populate it with constructs. He laughs again. What a marvel. What can you tell me about the Modrons? He shakes his head. There are no Modrons here, Sirrah, only prisoners and their captors. I've seen the Modrons. He shakes his head and gives you a sad smile. No, Sirrah, the creatures you have met are nothing more than the corrupt remains of Modrons. Most, if not all, of these poor creatures are on the verge of going rogue and don't even realize it. Rogue, what does that mean? He sighs. This dungeon is composed of the essence of chaos. Such matter can easily be shaped into objects through the will of many like-minded creatures. It makes the construction of such structures quite simple. However, there is a price to be paid. He pauses. Modrons are the very essence of law, Sirrah. Here, however, they are being exposed to the essence of chaos. Such exposure often results in a form of insanity. The Modrons begin to lose their sense of we and instead become individuals. This is called going rogue, and it is a capital offense in their society. What happens to rogues? He shrugs. I don't fully understand this, but Modrons share some sort of common sense. If a Modron goes rogue, he takes a piece of his essence with him. The Modrons will destroy all rogues so that this essence returns to the common pool from which it sprang. Why do we have to fight it all? Why not just go our separate ways? He smiles at you. You have been accepted as their leader, and you control the cube. Therefore, you must be eliminated. Nothing personal, you understand? What if I tell the Modrons you're the new leader? He shakes his head. I'm afraid that just wouldn't work. The Modrons would not accept the command to make me the leader. As far as they are concerned, I am their construct. He thinks for some time before continuing. No, I'm going to have to eliminate you and then subjugate them. I see no other way. Can always leave and just let you take over. No, that's not good enough. I need to be sure that I don't have to worry about you ever returning and interfering with my plans. The only way to do that is to bury you here now. Well, if we fight, we fight, I guess. Ah, Mechanist Cannon. Jesus! Right away, we have our Mechanist Cannon upon us. A cannon of Mechanus. Fine. What happened just now? Bam! Are we gonna just die? We got one shot. That's interesting. That's interesting. That's interesting. We got one shot. Oh, lordy lord. We got one shot with a cannon. Aren't we supposed to have like high something? High something at least, I guess. Alright. We need to find our Modron friend before we do anything. Let's go. Let's go. 2 of them. Better. Better. Although not perfect. Okay, two is doable. 2 is okay. Huh. Interesting. Is he not on this difficulty? Is he not on this difficulty? Modron friend. Yes. Maybe. Who the heck knows? Who the heck knows, really? There are more pathways. I suppose he should be here. This is a dead end. Interesting. How very interesting. Lovely. That's a dead end. How quaint. How quaint indeed. Well, I guess we'll have to go through the medium difficulty as well. Somehow take care of that bastard. No, we're not done yet. Oh, 2-shot. Great. Great, 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 lovely, great. The fact that we got one shot by the Mechanist Cannon makes me actually more upset than these guys one-shotting me, because they just hit, right? The Mechanist Cannon, though, that's magic. That is magic, and it's not quite working as intended. I am supposed to have pretty good spell resistances, but they don't work. They don't work. Ain't working, man. What the heck? Okay, that's a dead end. Training, tyranny. Wait. That's a dead end as well. What? Did I just get lost? Did I just get lost entirely in this bloody maze? That's a dead end. Yes, that's right. That's a dead end. I should draw like a mind map or some sort. Crap. Well, as they say in the United States of America, shave my ass and call me Susan. You gotta hit me every time. You gotta do that. There you go. We don't need a hammer. Hammer doesn't sell. She's got to run as well. 2020. All we can do is this, I guess. Oh. Modron! Lovely. This is what we needed. You see a cube with 4 arms and 2 legs. Despite its mechanical appearance, the front of the cube is a strange, organic green face with 2 wide, elliptical eyes. The cube doesn't seem to notice you. It is staring intently at the 2 crossbows cradled in its hands. A multifaceted lens dangles from the upper left corner of the cube. It looks like it's designed to pop down over one of the cube's eyes like a scope. Hello. The cube chirrups, and there's a click, click, click as its eyes blink wildly. The cube whirls in to face you, its eyes wide, then flings its 2 free hands up in the air as if in surrender. Yet its 2 crossbows have turned in its hand and are now trained on you. It is in a strange, detached way. You can't help but notice that every joint on this creature seems to be a series of whirring gears and cogs. Chief, we're looking at trouble here. This Modron's gone rogue. Rogue? Yeah, you see, sometimes Modrons get a little chaos in them. And when that happens, well, I guess the best explanation is that rogue Modrons are kind of like backwards Modrons. So this is a backwards Modron. Backwards Modron equals Nordon. The cube's voice has a metallic, warbling quality to it, as if every word it speaks is jumping off a spring and landing, well, somewhere else. Its mouth forms a bizarre sideways semicircle, which you take to be a smile. Gratitudes, gratefuls, not sorries, null sorries, gratitudes, identification of self-compromised by doubting, Mulling's analysis. The cube chirrups again, and one of its eyes blinks with a click. Then after a moment, the other eye clicks, as if it doesn't want to be left out. You're grateful that I identified you. Aren't you a Modron? The cube's features steady themselves, and its mouth forms a flat line. Indemnification of this unit was compromised. Subject addressee identified unit as Nordom. Gratitudes tender for providing Nordom indemnification. It was nothing, really. Nordom's eyes click, blink once, twice, 3 times. Each time the black spots in the center of his eyes dilate. By the 3rd blink, they are the size of dots. Realization reached. Nordom, null, no name or of addressee. Identify yourself. You mean identify, right? Affirmatory identify required. Request identify identity to Nordom. My name is Adam. Nordom's eyes widen to the diameter of his pupils growing back to normal size. He blinks once, but the metal shutters that fall across his eyes don't rise. Norman, you can open your eyes now. There's another click and Nordom's eyes open. Not closing eyes, action clarification from Adan. Filling information, remembering Adan or Adan. Name, catalog, Nordom will not forget identity. Sentient, Adan, great. I have to be going. There is a sudden rapid series of clicks and twangs from the crossbows in Nordom's hands. His eyes spin and refocus on the crossbows, holding the right one up closer to his side as if listening to it. Is everything okay? One of Nordom's eyes remains on the crossbow, which is clicking faintly, and his other eye focuses on you. Query, may these ones join you on your journey? Don't you mean journey? Veritably journey affirmed. Permission granted. Sure, we could always use a hand or 4. Nordom's mouth forms the bizarre semicircle it did before, and his 2 crossbows begin clicking and twanging violently, almost vibrating out of his hands. Gratitudes, gratefuls, Nordom and crossbows have been attached to larger community. I wouldn't be too grateful just yet. Let's move out. Hello. Plus 1 to missile weapons. Well, you can have all this. You can take all of this. At this point in time, I have no longer any use for it. Lens of the Bat. Blindness. No. Pew. 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 Lens of the Bat. Okay, well these will sell to this chica. Magnifying lens. Again, we do not want that. Stealth lens. 2 to damage plus 2 to hit. 4 to armor class plus 2 to armor class versus missiles plus 2 to saving throws plus 50% resistance to missile weapons. This is pretty cool. This is pretty cool. We need more rings. Got slots for rings, right? Might find a use for them. And we got a full party. Nice. So I'll make a slight pause. I remember this lens being pretty good. I actually used it before, I think, as one of the better lenses. Or maybe not. Maybe to hit one would be better. But I'll look for more lenses, actually. In fact, maybe it's worth it switching to medium difficulty and sort of going through the motions again. But anyway, give me a sec, I'll be back. Okay, I'm back. For some reason, Bibli, I didn't see your messages before. And speaking of the, do you know I have 6 sides? I noticed. Why don't you go share your insight with the chief? Yeah. Speaking of the justice guy, he is. He comes too late in the game, and I never liked him much for that reason. Because, you know, you can't really use him much. And he's another warrior. I guess you could use him, I suppose. Right. Well, here we are. Here's Nordum. Lawful neutral. Hello. I wasn't seeing your messages for some reason. That's weird. Oh, let's talk. Nordom is staring at his crossbows intently. They're making a variety of clicking noises, first one then the other, as if conversing. What are you doing with your crossbows? Attention, Nordom required. Nordom turns swivels to you, stutters in mid-pass, then reorients himself with a clank. Response to query. Action being performed on crossbows. Submit request for clarification. Null crossbows present. Oh really? What do you call those two clicking things in your hands? Response to clicking objects held in opposable digits. Nordom raises his riveted fingers and waves to the two crossbows, which suddenly start clicking and twanging, and as if in irritation. Response objects equals gear spirits. Gear spirits, what do you mean? Query, define gear spirits. Response, gear spirits. Yeah, but what are gear spirits? Chief, as much fun as this is, prying a bar stool out of a bat is rare. It might prove more worthwhile than rattling our bone boxes with this stupid polygon. Do you know what the gear spirits are, Morty? Chief, I have no idea what the cube is rattling about. I thought you were the expert on the planes. What? I know more than you staggering guttural amnesiac. Besides, there's 3 more bits of knowledge to rattle around in that empty brain box of yours. 1, there are no experts on the planes. 2, I'm the closest thing to one you're going to find. And 3, treat me with some respect. Why? See the second reason. Alright then. I'm curious, Nordom. How do you end up in Rubicon? Nordom chirps. Query requires submitting of chronology. Shall Nordom submit chronology? Yes, I would like to know. Orders received and initiation of Rubicon project. Departure from plane Mechanus. Stage 1st, arrival at destination. Plane Limbo. Stage 2nd, parameters dictated by superior creative director. Shaped matter of plane Limbo to test hypothesis. Rubicon dungeon constructed. Go on. Superior director of create lost its in-field test. Chronology disrupted upon achievement of stage 2nd. 3rd stage disruption occurs not part of project directives. What happened during this? What was this field test? Superior director of create field test scouting perimeters of Rubicon difficult dungeon construct of determined variances many deviations detected errors considerable. Nordom gives a low whine and shuts his eyes with a click. Directors of create not returned from field test. Heather, the Rubicon wizard disintegrated the creative director. Suspicion unsubstantiated equals now confirmed. Superior encountered an error. Nordom eyes click as if to clear them. Query. The error was large and unexpected. I'll say, I don't think he had much difficulty in wiping out the director. Processing new information. Nordom stares at you for a moment in silence. Then there is a low grinding of gears from inside his frame. After a moment he chirps. Fate of creative director confirmed. Director nulled. Well, actually not. I'm the new creative director of Rubicon. Nordom stares at you for a moment in silence. Then a slow whir comes from inside his frame and then he clicks. You're not certain, but it sounds like something clicked into place. Are you alright, Nordom? Wow. Yes, I didn't know that would happen. I forgot, actually. Intelligence increased, dexterity increased. Status updated. Creative director now reaffirmed in hierarchy. To your surprise, some of the warbling has gone out of Nordom's voice. It is more level, more controlled than it was before. The effect is a little unnerving. Nordom, out of curiosity, what sort of duties is the creative director responsible for, and how much do you have to obey him? A slow tick begins building in Nordom, like a clock about to explode. Responsibilities of the director. A. Integrity maintenance of Rubicon project. Order issuance to Rubicon battalion work group. Period of abeyance in accordance with Nordom obedience. Until Rubicon project halted. Creative director equals Nordom superior. So you'll do whatever I tell you? Affirmatory. I have some orders for you. I want you to focus on clearing out any excess baggage from your memory and use it to improve your logic and introspection routines. Affirmatory. There is a moment of silence, then the shutter slowly descends over Nordom's eyes. There is a tick 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 from inside the frame, followed by a low grinding noise. The grinding noise turns into a metal screeching as panels open up in Nordom's sides and excess baggage starts flying out, and you try to catch each piece as it flies out. Nordom settles for a moment, then his eyes click open. Order processed. Are there other orders for you? I order you to listen to me. I have some things I want to say.
I order you to be more than you can be, Nordum. I order you to become stronger, faster, and more focused than you have ever been before. I know you can do this because I believe you can do this. Nordum stares at you in silence. His crossbows have also fallen still. Now repeat the following words. I am a strong Modron. I am a fast Modron. I am a powerful Modron. My creative director believes in me. I am a focused more for my director. Come on, repeat it. Nordum speaks, but his voice no longer carries the metallic wobble you heard before. It is flat, focused, emotionless. I'm a strong Modron. I'm a fast Modron. I'm a powerful Modron. My creative director believes in me. I am focused for my director. Now feel those words, Nordum. Become stronger, become faster, become more powerful. Let that energy within your surface and use it to make your Nordum. Nordum continues to stare at you, but you can feel your words taking hold. You can feel just a spark of the energy inside of him. If you can coax it out, bring it to the surface. Come on, Nordum. Strength, speed, power, focus. Affirmatory. Armor class, -1. Strength, constitution. Holy shit. The pupils of Nordum's eyes suddenly click and become brilliant white dots like tiny suns. His hand cranks raise above his head in a curious flying motion, and then settle back to his sides. When they descend, Nordum seems more definite, sharper to your senses somehow. Something changed, Nordum. Order processed. Nordum blinks and suddenly settles into himself with a clank. A small wisp of steam rises from one of his vents. His voice seems uncharacteristically deep, like he's speaking from within a huge stove, then resumes its normal tone. Order process. Well, that will work pretty well. Questions? What are you doing, Nordum? Introspective cycle commencing. Nordum clicks his eyes closed and begins to hum. Wait for Nordum to complete his analysis. A few moments later, his eyes click open. Introspective evaluation. Perception had become 1 smaller and B louder. Wings have been replaced with arms. Reason unknown. Suspicion, hypothesis, not like wings. Speculation. Nordum was once 1, but is now smaller, louder. 1 changed has resulted in information processing difficulties. Addition of director hierarchy has aided information processing by +5%. Nordum's shutters whir down over his eyes as if he's thinking. Task, routine, evaluation, forward, scout, tidier, assigned perimeter of Rubicon project to evaluate, catalog, tidy, then report. Report includes integrity, evaluation, extermination of project errors, wayward item, recovery of untidiness. Wayward item recovery. Affirmatory. Items appear in maze that were not present in the original design of Rubicon project. They must be gathered, catalogued, evaluated, and stored to prevent interference. Modrons are sent out to retrieve them and secure them. Did you find anything during your last trip? Affirmatory. Can you give me what you found? Affirmatory. There is a moment of silence. Then the shutter slowly descends over Nordum's eyes. There is a tick 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 from inside his frame, followed by a whir click. Hatch opens up in Nordum's left side, and he reaches over with his free hand and passes over several objects to you, including a stream of copper coins. And gain some copper. You said you evaluated items when you found them. How? There's a sudden ping from Nordum and a clack clack, and his lens housing begins to rotate. A small panel opens up in Nordum's side, and a new lens pops out, almost by accident. Nordum glances up at it. Response: alternate lenses magnify and secured in housing. What are the other tasks? Examination of errors. Nordum's normal warble drops to a wavering murmur. Errors many. All constructs in Rubicon project are in error and exist in disobedience with creative director and all personnel of Rubicon project. Order issued. Errors that persist in disobedience are to be rescinded. Obstacle: Nordum not up to specification or of task without suffering null state. So you couldn't stop these rogue constructs by yourself, at least without being torn gear from gear. Affirmatory: null state counterproductive to completion of task. Well, maybe if they'd given you better weapons.
The crossbows in Nordham's hands begin clickety-click and twanging like a pair of strange insects. He listens to them for a moment, then glances at you. My crossbow wish to file a query, followed by 33 please for help. Ammunition limited by suggestions of creator. Do you wish to provide new specification for them? Sure. There is a sudden ping from Nordham's crossbows, and a sheaf of crossbow bolts begins spitting out from their top, arcing into the air. 2 panels open up on Nordham's sides, and the crossbow bolts sail into them with a rattle, one after the other. After streaming out 10 or so, the crossbows are silent. You have a strange feeling they are exhausted. Extermination of errors. Query. Modron defined Modron. I am a Modron. Answered. The shutters over Nordham's eyes click close a few times, and his eyes dilate to points. New query. Modron. But what is? Define. But what is Modron? Modron is Nordham. Backward Nordham equals Modron. But for the sake of the powers of my sanity, cut it out. He's going to snap a crank if you keep asking him that over and over. That was kind of the idea, Morty. Oh, Morty grins. You could have said something. By all means, continue, of course. Morty clicks his teeth, imitating Nordham. If you want to know about Modrons, you should ask me. Alright, Morty, what can you tell me about Modrons? It's like this, Chief. Modrons are these stupid geometric shapes that clank around on their home planet Mechanist. They are really tidy, orderly, and they like the rest of the multiverse to be too. That's why they're such pests. What's Mechanist? You don't sound like that. It's this place where all these clockwork drones would come from. Ask him about it. See what he says. It's where they sit around and tidy up everything all the time. Catalog this, put this in order, put that in order, make the law, and so on and so forth. Don't sound like that thrills you so much. Morty glances at Nordham, who is holding up his left crossbow to the side of his head as if listening to it. Because, Chief, chaos has its place, and if everything was the way a Modron sees it, it wouldn't be much of a life. At least a life I'd want to live. They just want to make everything structured. Yeesh. I agree. Chaos has its place. Status awaiting queries. Tell me about Mechanist, Nordham. Nordham freezes, and slowly the gears in his elbows begin to turning in a slow, hypnotic synchronization. Define query, Mechanist, plane of order, sense, cause, generates effect, predictable, law, logic, regimented, obedience, gears turn, Mechanist equals Nordham origin, Mechanist equals null home, Nordham. Mechanist boring in every sense of the word, Chief. Imagine a plane filled with Modrons and big turning gears, and you have the great big boring plane of Mechanist. Too many laws, too annoying. A place you wouldn't even want to think about, let alone visit. Mort's critique aside, Mechanist is actually a fascinating place. There is no sky there, only great gears that turn in space. They shine light according to their cycles, and the effect is really quite breathtaking. The logic and order of the plane can be relaxing. There's more than enough to do to quell one's boredom if you know where to go and how to go. Excuse me, Miss Priestess of Piety, but Mechanist is the most boring place in the universe. The only interesting thing about it would be if you visited. Morty rolls his eyes. But I have a feeling even that would lose its charm after a while. Nordham, what did you mean before by null home? Mechanist equals origin point, source, energy, cannot return to Mechanist, null home, broke law with existence. Central office for the punishment of offenders await in Regulus. Mechanist origin, null home, null place. What do you mean by source? Source equals energy. All Modrons are part of this pool, Chief, kind of like a big bank of energy. When one of them dies, the energy it took to make the Modron is absorbed back into the bank, and a new one is spit out. Thing is, when a Modron goes a little nutty, he kind of cuts that connection, but he keeps a bit of the energy. Fall from Grace nods. Morty's correct. Modrons share common energy. In some ways, this energy links all of them. When one of them dies, the energy is absorbed back into the common pool, and a new Modron is created from that energy. When a Modron goes rogue, then he severs the link from his kind and takes a small part of the energy with him. Morty glares at Fall from Grace. Do you mind? I had the answer covered, thank you. I'm the font of information here, not you, alright? Fall from Grace nods silently, slightly. My apologies, Morty, I did not mean to offend.
So you're saying that Nordum is part of the source, but he's cut off from it, and when the Modron dies, they're reabsorbed. Will Nordum be? Morty nods, and if he dies, another Nordum is created. No, what happens? Well, they'll take the energy, his energy chief, and they'll spit out another Modron, but it won't be Nordum, because he's not really a Modron anymore. He's got too much of the planes in him. They'll make a non-Nordum replacement. So in turning rogue, he's become mortal. Morty pauses for a moment. Well, yeah, you could put it like that. I mean, if he hadn't had this little rogue rebellion, then he'd be fine. If he died, another Modron would pop up just like him. But since he became backwards, well, that's the part's going to be lost when he dies. Nordum, what are Modrons? There's a click, click, click as Nordum executes a rapid series of blinks, then he trips. Query, Modron, what is? Define Modron, I am Modron. Yes, but what is a Modron? Query, Modron, define Modron, I am Modron. Answered. The shadows over Nordum's eyes click close a few times, and his eyes dilate to points. New query, Modron, but what is? Define, but what is Modron? Modron is Nordum. Backward, Nordum equals Modron. But, for the sake of the part, okay. Forget it, let's move on. We got an achievement. No longer equals total logic. Did we just get a bunch of things? Wisdom. Let's get decks up for 21, 24, int 24. Okay. Okay. I mean, that's fair. Remove chaos. Force missiles. More force missiles! Another cloud kill. Actually, no. Let's get kind of cold. Might be more effective long time. Chain lightning. What is his stats now? Oh, he's actually... Jesus, this guy is just insane at the moment. What's this? Maybe finance. We'll leave this for now. Clockwork Junk. Twisted Gear of Enel Eva. Enel Eva question allows this to actually be doubled. Twice the amount of damage. Okay. Segmented Earring. +2 to armor class, +2 to piercing. Okay. Is that what she has? Oh, sorry. Stinger. Stinger Earring. Okay. That's better than fire thing. Evokes Soul Exodus. That's okay. Because the soul to slip from its owner and take on a physical form, whether it was because the lesser metrics Penguin can be used against an opponent. When used, it was a spectral version of the target. Okay. Have the Pyrian bolts at you. It's not bad. Not bad at all. Mirror of imaging. Glass eye. Okay, we don't need that. We got a bunch of this. How much junk? 25 junk. Nice, nice. I like that. I like my junk. I mean, alright. Let's go. Let's go, boys. What we need to... Actually, you know what we'll do? Oh, didn't he have, like, more spells? This guy. Might have had... He might have had more spells. Oh, what we need to do is this. And this. Sleep. And then try to kill the wizard. But I don't remember where he is. Let me get some water. If I can find it. Oh, there it is. Yeah, so sparkly, sparkly water, man. Okay. We'll try to find some. Hope he doesn't just blast me with that bloody mechanist cannon again. No. Remember, it's to the right. Or exactly. I think it's over here, is it? Down. That's a dead end. No. Here. Okay. Do we even need to go here? Excuse me? Oh, obviously I messed it up, but then... Obviously, somehow, I managed to mess that up. Okay, fair enough. We're almost done with this maze, and then we can move on. Jeez, I'm tired of this. Really, really am. It just drains something from you, like humanity, I guess. Of course, you could basically grind this forever. Is it here? Is it here? Don't remember. Alright. Okay, fine. Chain lightning. Why do you need to zoom in like that? I hope these guys get killed by this. This is just... No, they don't. They do not get killed by that at all. Nordum's dead! Oh, shit! All because... Jesus. Oh, they killed Modron. What the hell? I know I'm going in the wrong direction, actually. Wow. Nordum. And he has the stealth lens as well. What the F? What the F, man? I don't like this. I don't like this. He got killed way too fast. He got killed way too fast. Don't like that at all. Okay. And this actually means we need to go back. Don't we? I think we do need to go back. Damn it.
Schmucks. This is just. It's a pain in the ass, is it not? It's a pain in the ass, man. Finding our way through this Rubik's Rube. Right. I want to finish this today. I don't care. I don't care. Whatever. Nothing's gonna stop me. I hope. Yeah. Where exactly are we going? Maybe here? Maybe this here? Okay, that's a dead end. So maybe the next one then. I'm not clearing all of this out. I can't. It's too boring. Same rooms. They require too many resources to manage. We just need to go. All we have to do is go back and forth and find our way back. Okay, again, not correct. There's nothing there. What the hell is going on? What? No! What do you want to buy? Ban Bibli? Are you crazy? What's going on? Why are you doing things on your own? It's weird. This app is weird, man. It's one of the more boring parts of the game. Except you get Nordum. He's worth it. He's worth every damn penny. Okay. You gotta be frigging kidding me. You gotta be frigging kidding me. This is unreal. Just finding your way in this maze, man. It just gets on my nerves so much. And I kind of remember where to go, but I kind of don't at this point. Yeah, I believe you, Morty. We haven't had that much fun since whatever. So basically, we're going back. Don't need to go there. Damn it. This is stupid. Now, I should preface that with the fact that I hate mazes. What, are you going to one-shot me? No. Good. Yeah, this doesn't seem like the right area. So we're just going to go. We killed that guy without much energy involved, I guess. So that works. Is it this? It is. Oh, it's not going to do anything because they're not hostile. Okay. It's going to do something.
Why didn't you cast it? My friend. My man. What the hell? Okay. How may you help not die? Gonna use all the healing items we got. So you don't actually become diseased. We need to have these guys sorted out first. That didn't work for some reason, I don't understand. Nordham's dead! It's at least some damage, Jesus. You got killed so fast too, man. My baby Nordham. I mean, we could try that, but we're gonna just damage everyone. These guys got damaged too. That's okay. That's good. She dead as well. Jesus. Okay. She's dead! That's a bug. Funny. Head of Vecna. Very funny. However, she did die, you know. He died as well. So, does it really matter? Blood charm. Nice. Okay, Nordham, you first. She can get the blood charm. You can get this. Wicked. Dirty rat charm. Okay, yeah, fair enough. Use. And use. I'll just use this up. Now, this makes me wonder if the stealth lens is any good. he keeps dying like crazy boy. He is my Nordham baby. Okay, let's kill this guy. Just shoots. After his Mechanist cannon, he just shoots the. Oh, that was not nice. He did a number on us. But we get this wonderful scroll of Mechanist. Only it's level 7 or something. Okay, fair enough. Hot charm. You have it. Portals, we don't need a second, do we? Don't need a second of that as well. We can sell that shit. 10k. And he's got 0 loot. Okay. Modron. Greetings. Okay, this one's useless. As
as far as I recall. Modron. Greetings. Okay, so we're done with this. Oh, thank Christ. Let's go to the lower ward. Let's go to the lower ward. Buy something. Portal lens. Shit. We'll not sell it just yet. Gold bracelet, sure. Glass eye is worth nothing to him. Handkerchief we'll need. Stiletto, silver bracelet, stiletto, battle axe, stiletto, battle axe, stiletto. That's just, it's nothing. We'll toss these out as well. We don't need the hammers. Scrolls, definitely. Crimson Sphere, yes. It's 8k. Oh, it's another one. Lenses. Lenses will be sold in a different place. We'll be able to sell them in a different place. Cinder, hello. I'm in need of spells. Am I in need of spells? Skull of Elysium, Holden Dead Tasha, Shroud of Shadows. Nah, don't care about that. Let's see if they have anything else. Club of Piercing, man. Heavy club, man. That's cool. Siphon Knuckles. Can she use him? No, she can't. She can't use any of that. Okay. Magic Punch Daggers are not good at what we've got is better. I think she'll be running about with that for a while. No. Magus Guard, Ring of the Traveler. I mean, you could get a Ring of the Traveler for Nordon. That's that, I guess. Could get a bracelet for her, but we won't. That's 5. Okay. That's not too bad. There's stuff from the Gutsman that I could get, but don't really care. Yes. Okay. Flex ward. Let's go to Restreaker again. She should have some stuff for Nordon. Yeah, my baby Nordon. 62, 66, 95, 98, 122, and 50. We're so low on HP, man. Weapons and charms. Hammer! Meh. We can get Grace, her new thing. Teeth of the Fire Drake. 3 fire damage. Immunity to fire. That sounds good. Latest copy Kai, we don't need that. Let's do Ashes. Grimoire. Okay. Holding portal we need. Portal lens, yes. Sounds nice, but we might need it yet. Now we can sell hammers here. Okay. So there's all. Nothing here. This. Yeah, why not? Sell it. Sell all of it. Okay, we don't need the glass eye, definitely. Yeah? Terrible. It's terrible. Okay. Oh. And we need to talk to guys at the Send site. Excuse me. That was a bit too loud. I understand. I had some questions. There's a man, Yanis, whom I was hoping.
We would grant temporary access to the private sensorium. And for what reason would we allow such a thing? Because one of the stones there contains a fragment of his daughter's experiences. She died far from home, not having seen him in a long while, and he mourns her loss deeply. Splinter nods, thinks for a moment, then nods again. Yes, we shall allow this Ioannis to enter the private sensorium. Well escorted, of course. You may tell him that he has permission. There's another thing. There is the common sensorium. We are not going there. I mean, we might go there later, after we come back. But for now, we're done. We're done with this bullshit. I'm sorry, the Modron maze. Okay. So we just got his stuff sorted out. Modron maze just dropped me of the remainder of my, patience, really. I've got to tell you, I don't normally have a lot of patience for things. Where is Caesarius? There she is. Stupid bitch. Come here, your mother says hi. Kasai, are you Ravel's daughter? Kasai suddenly bares her teeth, her eyes narrowing to slits crimson. Where'd you hear such a thing? Echo told me. Ridiculous! I think I'd know if that wicked hag was my own mother. Now stop bothering me about it. Who is your mother then? I don't know, alright? My father raised me. I never knew her. But do I look like a night hag to you? Well, there's the skin and the eyes, maybe the teeth too. Caesarius glares at you, her eyes blazing. Perhaps we'll speak later, but I'm no longer in the mood. Farewell. She wouldn't admit it, huh? Some questions. I heard you're Caesarius' half-sister, is that true? Yes, I'm related to that chubby mewling hook-nosed daydreamer. Same father, different mothers. So, I was hoping you could help me find out if Kasai is really Ravel's daughter. Kimaxi frowns at you. Normally, I'd love to help you like this, but I'm feeling it'd upset that flirting, preening Doxy good and well. Tell her to ask our father. He's a powerful Cambion, so she ought to be able to call him to him right then and there. That'll get you your answer. Cambion? Yes, Cambion. Kimaxi rolls her eyes. Didn't hear me the first time? Ears all stopped up with the last of your brains running out of them. I'm asking what one is. Exactly. My, you're clueless. She shakes her head sadly, tutting all the while. A half fiend, Burke. Sort of like you, but you're half dung, I think. You smell it, and at any rate, better than half you, Kimaxi. You wish you were half Kimaxi's son. Even if you ended up with a goat's bum on your shoulders, it'd be better than the scarred up face of yours. Fair enough. And some questions. So I talked to Shimata. She told me she's your half-sister and that Ravel is your mother. So I snarls, her eyes blazing with malice. That hell's how I loathe that woman. Why would you even believe that sort of tripe? She says that you deny it and in fact may not know it, but that is true. She said you could ask your father, that he would tell you. So I stares at you silently for a time. Give me a moment. She turns from you and begins to mutter softly. The air seems to shimmer around her slightly and fills with a coppery smell like warm blood. Strain your ears, try to overhear what she's saying. You lean forward, Kasai, attempting to hear what she's muttering. Haugazanenel, banished prince of Ichtag, marquis of the bloody shadow, my father, hear me, for I call upon you. Keep listening. Yes, beloved father, it is I, Caesarius. I would bid you answer me one question, a question I've asked you time and time again. Yes, beloved father, I cannot bear to have another ask me and not know myself. You must tell me. I have asked for nothing save this. Tell me, I beg you. Yes, beloved father, I understand. I thank you. Farewell. Lean back, pretend you heard nothing. Kasai remains turned away from you for a moment before finally coming to face you. I did not want to believe that wicked hag may have been my mother. I have lived long. I do not appear to age and have disturbing dreams sometimes. She shudders. But still, I do not wish to be the inheritor of the evil she caused, nor draw the lady's gaze as my mother did. Such evil things she did. Tell me what you know of her, will you? I heard she would pose impossible riddles to people, riddles she could answer but no one else could. She would devour the person if they answered incorrectly, or leave them dangling in her horrifying gardens as examples to all. Those few who somehow escaped she tormented in their dreams, riding them like steeds, breaking their wills and hurling their souls into the colourless oblivion of the grey waste. Her magic was said to be beyond anything most had ever seen. It was imagination woven from nightmare and given substance. Stone and solid shapes bent to her will like soft clay. The laws of the planes would bend beneath her feet, and from nothing she would weave illusion, and from illusion weave realities that could horrify and kill and confound. She was a mistress of all the dark arts, mistress and master of them all. She handed a governor that dared quote sigil law to her with shadows that devoured him, all but his tongue, his fingers, and the flesh of his face. She turned mercy killers inside out, and shattered buildings of those who displeased her. Terrible, terrible powers were at her command. She changed her shape like water, and would use it to destroy some of her amusement, and to steal knowledge from others. She was a monster, like all that has been spawned from the great waste. In the end, she threatened to open the cage and let the fury of the plains come rolling in like a wave. Fortunately, she did not succeed. She succeeded solely to cause malice. I do not know if she is dead, but I know now that she was my mother. Kisa's shoulders slump and her head hangs down. Oh, that I had tears so that I could weep with sorrow. Try and comfort her. She suddenly falls into your arms, shuddering as if she were racked with sobs. For a time, Kisa simply stands there, clinging to you. But then she pushes you away. Thank you, but I'll be fine. I just need some time to think about it, that's all. I hate to ask this now, but I need you to give me a piece of yourself, Kisa. She looks alarmed. Pardon? The portal key to Ravel's maze is a piece of her, and you are of her blood. It is close enough. Kisai gasps. You intend to seek her out? Her surprise quickly changes to an expression of wariness. What would you need of me? Your blood, most likely. Only a drop or two, I'm sure. She nods. But do you have somewhere to carry it? A piece of cloth, like a handkerchief or something, you know? Yes, here. Kisai takes the handkerchief and gingerly pricks the tip of her finger on one of her fangs. After letting several drops of blood soak into the cloth, she returns it to you. You're placing yourself in grave danger, you know. Even if the stories of my mother are greatly exaggerated, she's horribly powerful and completely evil. Good luck. Yes, serve her. Thanks and farewell. Oh, Nordum leveled up. Nice. Yes. Not a lot of wisdom. Nexus and con are pretty good. -5, -3, -7, -8. Why does he suddenly have 0 AC? Huh. That's interesting. Very interesting. You unfold the shimmering metal and immediately it begins crackling with life. It begins forming itself into a metallic circle hovering in the air. There's something in your possession that has activated this portal. You get the feeling that you probably ought to make sure you have everything you need. You might not be back in Sigil for a long time. Well, let's check our, journal. Nope. Nope. That's it. We have everything completed that we need. Step through the portal. All right. Fair enough. Fairly enough. Okay. Let us explore this horrid dungeon. What's this? Oh, what's this? What's this? Trigid. That's very little XP. Uh-huh. Oh, there's traps as well. What's this? Uh-huh. Yes. I suppose. A lot of damage. Oh, and we forgot to buy the bodies. Okay. That kind of sucks. It's not a big deal, I guess, but critical miss. What the heck? Let's take out all of these guys. Run away. Doesn't do a lot of damage, Modron. Okay. That's some farming. Some easy farming, I must add. This is not the same as... We'll consider this. Okay, I need to pause for a sec. I'll be back. Take care of some business shortly.
Okay, my apologies. I had to leave for a second. Here we go. Here's Ravel. Okay, it doesn't activate right when you... No, there's more. I was just busy clearing out these bastards anyway, so there you go. Turns out they bite pretty bad. It's also not taking into account the entire thing that goes with the traps around here. But I mean, we are pretty powerful to dispose of them so soon. So, gathered all the traps. Ravel, baby! It's me, your favorite man. The plump, hook-nosed crone before you doesn't look much like a myth. She's outfitted in a simple, if dirty, brown shirt and leggings, with a number of pouches hanging from her frayed belt. She seems oblivious to your presence, more concerned with the tangled black roots woven together to form the floor of the maze than anything transpiring around her. Steady here for a moment. A tangle of jagged grey hair juts from beneath the crone's hood, spreading down her shoulders like a mass of twisted grey roots. Sickly blue-grey flesh hangs in loose folds from her face. Her narrow chin, long and sharp, juts forward in an extreme underbite, and two filthy yellow canines protrude from her lower jaw, like small tusks. Ravel? The crone's voice is thick and scratchy, as if trying to force its way past layers of dust. Her eyes are dull, bloody red, with black veins running through them like tree branches. As she gazes at you, a strange crawling sensation passes through you, like snakes burrowing beneath your skin. Greetings, Ravel. Oh, it's Ravel, not Ravel. Why would I think it was Ravel? But I called her Ravel all my life. Ravel. Unravel. Ravel. She's raveling the tree branches. How could I forget you, Ravel? I missed you, but you hid yourself in a place that was difficult for me to reach. Come now, did you not wish my company? Ah, Ravel's yellow smile widens, peeling back the folds of her skin, and she cackles softly. Such sweet words. You already are unknowing the answer of your asking, my precious man. I scattered clues like caltrops, and these were by means of guiding you to my guarding. I feared it was you I had forgot I assure you I did not such thing. I have returned to you at last. Have you? But what has returned? She squints at you with her black veined eyes and hisses softly. Let Ravel see how you are fared in this life. She reaches out as if to caress you, and you suddenly notice her fingers are talons, each fingernail filthy and wickedly sharp. Let her touch you. Her ragged talons trace their way across your skin, and in their wake you feel the same strange tingling sensation you felt when Ravel first looked at you. See, that force of habit still calling her Ravel. Her eyes dim somewhat, and her talons slide gently along the contours of your face, lingering on your scars. Reach out to touch her, feel her features. Your hand touches Ravel's cheek as her talons caress your face, and instinctively you mirror her touch as her talons drag along your left cheek, your fingers drag along hers. Her eyes close and yours follow. It feels strangely familiar. When you open your eyes, it feels as if all the color has bled out of the trees in the maze. Everything is a featureless, dusty, dead grey. Ravel's eyes are still closed, but as you watch, they slowly open and she smiles a sad, grey smile. You feel words rising to your lips, echoing something you have said in the past, in a different place or on another plane. It is said you are the greatest of the Grey Sisters, Ravel. I have travelled far to reach you. She nods, but slowly, too slowly, as if through a dream. When she speaks, her words are muted, as if being spoken underwater. But why have you travelled so far? Your need must be great, yet you seem to have brought nothing that would interest me. You must pay for your services. My need is great. My currency is this, a challenge. Perhaps an impossible challenge, one I fear is beyond even your abilities. You echo the words and you feel the manipulation, the subtle twist designed to pull Ravel's strings. Her eyes blaze a fiery grey in the dream memory, and the grey that is eating the landscape seems to ebb from her features. There is nothing that is beyond me, foolish man, nothing. Pose your challenge, I will hear you. Death waits at the end of life for all men. I need it to wait for me no longer. Can you do this, beautiful Ravel? The vision clears, the grey bleeding away from the maze until the colour resumes. Your hand still cupping Ravel's cheek. Her eyes are closed and she sighs. You withdraw it slowly, and after a moment Ravel's eyes open and she gives a rasping hiss. Yes, Ravel. Ravel's finger withdraws and she looks at you sadly. Oh, sad, sad, broken half thing, all a pieces. She squints at you again. No longer the one Ravel knew are you. Are you still a broken after all this sad, sad time? Broken, what do you mean? A body you possess, but a body of knowledge you do not. She points her ragged talon at your chest, at your scars. Many and such scars you have. All are scrawled on your skin. Many tales does your skin tell. What tale does it tell? Your scars and tattoos shout to me. Here is a man in confrontation with the world. Ravel makes a crooning noise, not unlike a dying bird. Yes, such tales as would shrivel even a hag's ears. Tell me these tales, I would know them. The tales are many. They echo of balance, imbalance, trials of war, battles with fiendish elements, and a creature that feeds on others from afar to sustain itself. And of torments. Such torments flesh has never known. Balanced and balanced. Divided in two you were, when your mortality was peeled from you. No longer balanced, much broken in the separation. Both a blessing and a mistake. But more mistake than a blessing, Ravel thinks. You took my mortality? How? Forgotten the how of it I have. Have I? Ravel's gaze dims for a moment, the black veins swimming in her eyes. And even if I remember it, I would never do it twice. Not forgotten the moment, have I? After the break, I seen the pain stream from your veins, your cries like a wailing child, every bit of your being filled with emptiness. Terrible even for these eyes. So that's why I feel hollow inside, because my mortality is gone? Very well. What are these other tales my skin tells? So, trials of war. Great, great trials of war. Much, too much to be borne by any mortal thing. What war? Where? This war touches all, my precious half-man. There's no place where its caress is not felt. Did it touch you? Ravel's voice drops almost bitter. To this Ravel says, "Ay." That would explain the scars. What are these other tales my skin tells? The tales are many. Battles with fiendish elements. Two fiends butt heads. Ravel sniffs. Butt heads? Butt heads. Ravel sniffs as if in contempt. Their tiny heads filled with ideas of how the planes should be, yet can never be, or the planes they would be no longer. Such foolishness. I'm not certain I understand. What are these other tales my skin tells? Creature that feeds on others from afar? No base hungers to you feel, but far, far more terrible ones boil beneath your skin. And such a cost. Hungers, what do you mean? I know not the nature nor the cause of these hungers. But heed this. Coming events cast their shadows before them, my precious half-man. There is no assaying of what these events will be, not even with Ravel's eyes. Very well. What are these other tales my skin tells? And these torments, what are these torments you speak of? A lodestone pulls iron to it. And so do you, my precious half-man. But it is not iron, but tormented souls. As others suffer, they are drawn to you, and your path becomes theirs. She makes a sweeping gesture. Do you not see them in the eyes of those that have travelled here with you? My companions? What do you mean? Do you wish to explain? Get! Ravel throws a burning glance at Dakon, tempered with a fanged smile. Vows may prove tighter than any chain, no? The manacles of a race once enslaved, now a slave again. Dakon is silent, but his blade shifts at Ravel's words. The blade darkens, the edge sharpening until the carrot itself seems to carry a horrible malevolence about it. Watch your words, Ravel. The cockbox. Ravel's gaze drifts to Nordum. Once it knew only suffering's definition, but now it feels its sting. There is no room for two in the world of ones and zeros, no place for mayhap in a house of truths and falses, and no green with the envy in a black and white world. When it discovers how the planes turn, when it discovers the truth behind loyalty and illogic, more torments will it know. Revel, leave my companions low. I have questions. The chattering skull. Revel doesn't bother to even look at Mortar, as if he is beneath her notice. Are the quips enough of a shield for what lies buried inside your brain box? Why speak truth when lies suffice? Morty, what do you mean, Revel? The abyssal temptress, Revel sneers, her yellow fangs piercing her purpled lips as she squints at Fall from Grace. Her skin so fair, lips so rich, eyes that might cause you to forget Ravel herself, and yet she suffers more than any other. When one turns on their nature, many are the torments that arise from such betrayal. Ravel, Grace replies softly, almost cautiously. I have come to terms with me. You lie, succubus! Ravel's lips peel back in a snarl. You lie! Do not dare lie to me when your heart is a book to me. Everywhere you spit screams of your torment. Have a care with your words, Ravel. Enough of this. Ah, Ravel gestures at Anna, as if she is for sale upon an auction block. Look upon the feisty tiefling, such fiery hair and voice. Ravel smiles, baring her rows of yellow teeth. Shall I speak of your torment, tiefling? Anna seems paralyzed, her eyes wide as Ravel turns her black-veined gaze to her. You can see her trembling, her heart beating fast. No, I shall not speak of it. Ravel's voice drops almost in exhaustion, and then smile fades from her face. Grown tired of cruelties and torments, Ravel has. The world is a jagged enough place. She turns to you, her bloody eyes dimmed, and she sighs. And my precious half-man, for you the greatest torment of all, life forevermore. Can it be life as cares for you as Ravel does? She gnashes her yellow tusk with a horrid clacking noise. One so brave, so passionate, so terribly lost. Sad. Ravel, why did you make me immortal? I must know. A puzzle of bone and skin were you, always intriguing, and the most beloved of all who came to me. Petitioning, requesting, pleading. Pleading for help. Ravel stares hard at you, her black-veined ember eyes narrowing. So hard to see past the scars, to dig up the man who once was underneath. Ravel, can you tell me anything about who I once was? A shadow with substance, is seeking that which casts the light. I know you more, and no. Ravel pauses, her eyes dimming. No more than I know the nature of any man. Crossed paths have we, a man tainted with undeath, still feeling the pangs of separation, and an old withered crone, now all imprisoned. Crossed paths. Seems it that we were a meeting for the first time. No, not. Ravel seems confused for a moment, then shudders as if thrown off a weight. Not at all. An echo of a future meeting this is, or a past meeting, depending on which way time is facing. So this meeting echoes a meeting in the past? The now and then, very similar. So tangled the now and then is, both mirrored in each other. Once again you come afore me with a problem, to challenge me for a solution to an impossibility. Ravel hisses at you, and her eyes blaze. Beautiful, ungrateful, beloved man. What was this impossibility I asked you to solve? Ravel doesn't seem to have heard you. She still seems to be in the past, for her eyes dim, as if looking far away. Such fire in your eyes, enough to stir a grey lady's heart. Passion to be free, but when freed, the fire in your eyes guttered out. With the separation, your life has shed all the meaning, I fear. Ravel smiles with her yellowed fangs, then clicks them together as if laughing. Mayhap you should sit on your hind legs and lip your forepaws. Mayhap Ravel will give you another scrap of knowing. If begging will bring me answers, then I beg you, Ravel, tell me what you know. I need your help in remembering what happened. Ah, a gentled heart now. Ravel's black-veined eyes glint, and the corner of her mouth twists upwards like a snake. Has life softened you? Ah, but one can hope. Ravel, I have many questions I wish to ask you. Oh, more questions do you have? Ravel croons softly, but there is an edge to it, as if she's reprimanding you. You have already asked so many. Ravel's black-veined eyes take on a curious gleam. The time for my questions is now, Halfman. Very well, Ravel, ask your questions. Know this and know Ravel's law. If you do not answer my questions, no more of your questions will I answer, my precious man. Step lightly with the answers, or the asking shall tear you apart. Understood? Ask your questions. I would know why you travelled here with these others. Know not the place they were travelling to. Of course they knew. Who would not want to travel here to meet with you, beautiful Ravel? Few opportunities does life provide for such a meeting. They wished to see if the tales of your power and beauty were true, as I knew them to be. Ravel stares at you for a moment in silence, then her face splits in a horrendous grin, her row of yellowed fangs glistening in the faint light of her eyes. Ah, my precious man, you carry only words. A blackish tongue darts from her purple lips and rolls around the rim of her mouth, as if in anticipation of a meal. But you are well armed indeed. Only truths do I speak, Ravel. She nods slowly and her grin fades. And they travel with you willingly? They chose to walk my path with me, as I said. Who wouldn't want? Chose? Ah, a dangerous word. Is it so? Yes. Yes. Ravel throws a black-veined glance at Dakan, her voice like an arrow. Is it choice, Gith, is it? Or is it a matter of two skies? Dakan's blade bleeds into a vicious dead black, mirroring his eyes, and to your surprise the cunning edge silently splits into jagged fangs. Ravel, Living Bee, I will answer your questions, not them. What of the cockbox? Ravel turns to Nordum, sneering. What does it know of choice? She snaps her fingers like the sound of cracking bone. There is only obey and obey, Query, what does Norman define choice? Define choice, the act of choosing, selection, the right or opportunity to choose. Nordum, stop. This is between Ravel and I. Look, Ravel. Ravel turns to Morty. Skull, skull, skull. Ravel clicks her tongue after each word and his smile widens. Your expression is difficult to read without the skin wrapping, but I feel your fear from here. Coming here was not your choice. Well, I didn't have anything better to do except to go to one of the ladies' mazes and meet one of the evilest creatures ever to set foot in Sigil, so I said, sure, why not? Morty, be quiet. Ravel, Be quiet, Morty clacks his teeth. Like the hells I will. I think we've listened to this girl rattle her bone box enough, and now she's got some pair of stones saying I haven't got any skin. So what if I don't? Obviously, the fact she has skin has done wonders for her looks. Does she think I like being naked all the time? And another thing. Morty, cut it out. The succubus, Ravel squints. Did she have a choice? Mayhap in your smooth-skinned mind of soft silks and hard truth may be choice. But no, a sensate must experience all, and to refuse to come, not a sensate would you be. Still, no choice. The tiefling, the fiery one. Ravel cackles softly and her eyes kindle, as if amused. No choice at all. When you feel instead of think, there is little room for choice. Anna makes no response. Ravel's mere presence seems to have silenced her. Her tail has stopped flicking, however, and her eyes have lost their hard edge. Enough with this, Ravel. What other questions did you have? Shh! There will be time enough for you to speak, my precious man. Ravel taps a talon against one of her yellow tusks. This question next. What do you feel for these that have come with you? Do they matter in your heart? She smiles, black veins dancing in her eyes. Or are they tools for your will? They matter to me. Even the Gith? Ravel's amber eyes falls on Dakin, then slides off to lock with your eyes again. Speak what he means to you, and say it true, or blanketing my garden he will be. He's my ally. I know him. He's my friend. Ah, Ravel nods. Then she smiles again, her talons tapping against each other. Does that surprise you? What of the skull? Ravel doesn't even bother to look at Maud. Surely he matters not to one such as you, or does he? I like him. He's my friend. Curious, sir. Curious, her, Ravel smiles. Quite the puzzle box you are shaping up to be. What else lurks in dark places of your mind? I heard nothing. Ah. Ravel's voice takes on a threatening weight, and she turns to fall from grace, her red eyes blazing. And here is the core of it. The abyssal temptress. Does she rise above the merely carnal to you, or is she something else in your eye? Grace says nothing. She seems to be studying Ravel intently. Excuse me. You're suddenly struck with the feeling Grace is sizing up Ravel for weaknesses. Ravel turns to speak to you, clacking her yellow tusks as if in anticipation. Speak, precious man, but have a care where your words fall. What is she to you, beautiful Ravel? She cannot even compare to your looks, your intellect, your power. Ravel slides her gaze off of you and narrows her eyes at Grace. So if I were to strike her down, snuff her infernal heart, you would not stir? Answer carefully. I retract my words. I do not wish her harm. Pah! Contrary man! Ravel's eyes smolder, and as she turns back to you, you see the veins in her eyes have sharpened. Which thought are rattles about in your skull now? I spoke falsely. I knew not what I said, but I have had enough of death, mine or any other, to last several lifetimes. Enough of these games, Ravel. Look. Ravel turns, clacks her tusk, and glances at Anna with a sneer. And what of this slip of flesh? The fiendling, the tiefling with the scarlet hair and the fiery passion. What is she to you, my precious man? I could fall in love with her. Ravel glances at Anna, then snorts, her black-veined eyes gleaming. So be it. Enough of these games. My next question is this. Ravel's voice drops, almost whispering, and suddenly you have a strange feeling she does not want to hear the answer. Why did you wait so long to return to me? Ravel grew lonely without you, precious man. The way to this place is difficult, beautiful Ravel. Efforts have been made to ensure you have little company, and many were the trials I was forced to undertake in order to stand before you. Yet I am glad to see you once again, Ravel. Time has not dulled your beauty, I see. Your answers, Ravel's eyes glint and her lips peel back in a grotesque smile. Your words are soothing, and have not been heard in such a time. They stir even my black brambled heart. No matter where your memories be, your charms remain, pretty thing. Nay, it is your charms that persist, beautiful Ravel. Of charms, enchantments, beguilements, all of these Ravel has mastered, yet there is much it seems you could teach I. Perhaps, have you another question for me? Ah, yes, the third and last question is this. As Ravel opens her mouth to speak her final question, you are suddenly gripped with a terrible realization that this final question has murdered many others to whom it has been asked. You know what it is, and you feel it welling up within you, and you feel compelled to ask it. You, Ravel, as you changed my nature forever. And that is your answer. The veins in Ravel's eyes begin to shift slightly, and she gives an evil smile. Be certain before you say. It may not be your answer, but it is my answer. And that is all I wished for you. from you, my precious man. Ravel's smile relaxes. A simple answer, and in the end many other men have I laid low while they sought my answer. That's it? I thought Ravel cackles. Countless times has the question been asked, and not once did the pathetic shells who came afore me answer with their answer, but always sought to creep inside my mind and find what I thought. Tch, there is no truth in that. Oh, come now, there's no need to lie to me, Ravel. We both know that they never could have answered you true, even if it was true to them. Ravel falls suddenly strangely silent. She's watching you warily. My answer was the only one you sought. Thus no one could ever answer your question. The pile of corpses must have been high in the end, eh? Ravel hisses. Of course, your answer was the only one I sought, for you were the only reason I asked the question. Did you think I cared for them? Tch! Did you think I even cared a fraction of the amount for them that I cared for you, my precious man? Answer me that. I'm through answering your questions, Ravel. Now you answer mine. Of course, ever questions. I had some questions about you, Ravel. The legend claims you are a powerful mage, Ravel. Can you teach me some of the art? Ravel frowns disapprovingly, her bluish skin twisting like a rag. Does Ravel know the art? Is your mind gone away of the mortality of thing, all up and lost? I have forgotten more of the art than you shall. She jabs you with one of her talents. Ever! She jabs you again. No! Can you teach me some of the art then? Ravel narrows her black-veined eyes, studying you. Mayhap I could be persuaded by one such as you, though any other would not have such a chance, nor the boon I offer. Are you a rudimentary student in the arts, or am I facing a tried, true, and tired master? I really couldn't say. I seem to be alternately complimented and ridiculed for my efforts. You are one who creeps along the middle path when speaking to others, I see. Such a path lacks conviction. Ravel scrunches her eyes as she stares at you. I guess you are a fledgling mage, but you have a branching of potential that has yet to grow. I'll give you this. Shh. Close your eyes. Listen. As you close your eyes and listen, a tremor passes through you, as if barbed snakes were burrowing beneath your flesh. When your eyes open, within your palm is a strange black barbed seed. You have no idea how it got there. Ravel is watching you carefully. Take the seed. Learn from it. Very well. Ravel, who are you? Where did you come from? I, Ravel am I, a maker and breaker of puzzles, a solver of what cannot be solved, a mind ravelling and unravelling until the threads of thought are tied up like knots in a drunken man's hair. Ravel picks at one of her jagged grey hairs, wrapping it around her finger. It is enough it is. But what are you? Some have called you a night hag, whatever it is. Night hag? Ravel gives a ghastly smile, her yellow teeth like needles. I am but a woman who has sorely missed her beloved creation. Some have named me Crone, Grey Lady, Yaga Sister, Night Hag, but myself is my name, Ravel. Ravel who puzzles well, providing conundrums to decipher and laying impossibilities low. But many things are said about we, Grey Ladies. A race are we, night hags, but an individual am I. Some call us evil of old, stalkers of mortal dreams, the kindly ones, the ugly ones, the hideous things whose homes lie in the dark places of men's minds. Ravel's eyes narrow to reddish sparks, but that means nothing to me. What would one such as you call one such as I, pretty thing? I would call you beautiful, Ravel. Ravel is silent for a moment, then she cackles. Oh, you're a diamond, my precious songbird. You make the centuries worthwhile. How sweetly you sing to these tired ears that have feasted only on silence and the slow creep of black barbs spreading. Ravel smiles. Yet you lie to me. No, Ravel, I don't. Shh! Do you think I care for truth? Deceit is beautiful to me, songbird, and Ravel loves to hear you say such things she does. Ugly I may be. Ravel, you're not ugly. Yet ugly I need not be, pretty thing. My shape is but water to my will, and I may reweave its fibres to a more pleasing tapestry. Ravel glances at Fall from Grace and smiles and licks her lips. Yes. Ravel, what? Oh shit. Ravel has melted into fall from grace, taking on her demeanor, her features, her clothes. Is this shape more pleasing? Ravel smiles, her teeth now a brilliant perfect white, the lips with such a hint of red. So cultured and breathtaking. She motions you to come closer. Come, my precious man. My lips do not burn with abyssal torments. Lay your lips upon me. Very well. You touch her lips to Ravel's. Despite her new form, her lips are dry like sand, and as your lips touch, you feel a sharp pinprick, like kissing a row of barbed seeds. You draw back, licking the blood from your lips. Ravel mirrors your gesture, made even more horrifying in your new form. A drop of your blood remains on the edge of her mouth, and she smiles evilly. You bit me. And you bit me so long ago. 'Twas not a kiss then, but a bite to the heart. Ravel smiles. Do not be surprised, my precious man. There is no harm done, except mayhap to the ones you travel with. She chuckled slightly, and you suddenly become aware of Grace's and Anna's gaze upon you. Outwardly, Grace seems composed, but you have a strange feeling something has changed between the two of you. Anna's eyes have narrowed to slits, and her tail is flicking dangerously back and forth. Resume your normal shape, Ravel. You blink, and Ravel has twisted back into her original form. A difficult man to please, are you? Pah! And wonder do they why there are no males of our kind. Enough, I had some questions. What other forms have you been in your life, Ravel? Maybe Sam. Mebeth none. Ravel seems confused by the questions. I've not remembered such Iveen, mayhap? Neither smarter nor martyr. So many threads and branching, so many ravels, always stitching and mending and growing your forms. Mebeth, you are Mebeth? That may have been one of thy names, yes? Ravel looks more confused, her black-veined eyes becoming misty. Names are difficult to remember. Her voice becomes faint, like calling across a great distance. Mebeth was kind to me and helped me, Ravel. That means you helped me. I thank you. As you mention Mebeth, all the colors seem to bleed out of Ravel's face until she's grey and ashen. Literally, it's like the color just vanished. And who might you be? Does your path bring you back to old Mebeth's door, child? Yes, it does, Mebeth. I came to learn more of their art. Can you teach me any more? I am but a midwife, child. Such power as the art commands is much beyond me. I don't think so. I think you may have more to teach me than you may realize, much more. Then comes the question like an echo. You want to learn the art, you do. Why do you want to learn such things? Because I may need it to solve the mystery of who I am. After a moment, Mebeth nods. The art may help, it may not, and you must not rely on it to solve all your problems, she sighs. Child, it's most like only going to add another chip to your pile of questions. She leans in close. But if you do know, then listen. Mebeth, Ravel whispered something, and you feel different, changed somehow. She told you something horrible, something about how the planes work, but your mind has shut out her words, and you cannot recall them. Just thinking about them sets your heart pounding. Ravel told you something you're not sure anyone was ever meant to know. She's watching you, studying you. Okay, what other shapes? Mebeth? Okay. You were Iveen in the mortuary? That may have been one of my names, yes. Ravel looks more confused, her black-veined eyes becoming misty. Names are difficult to remember. Her own way. Iveen helped me. That means you helped me. I thank you. Almost unconsciously, Ravel's hand reaches out to you. Just for a moment, you swear they are Iveen's talons. Stand your ground. Ravel's left hand plucks a hair from her head, hooks it around her talons, and lightning-like she jabs another talon to the skin near one of your scars. It's barely more than a pinprick, but it looks like she's about to start stitching you up. Nice. As it was with Iveen, the sensation is curiously painless, but the thread and stitching seems to be going much deeper, almost inside you, without actually going beyond the surface of the skin. In moments, Ravel's talons draw back, and you feel better, stronger. Ravel mutters in Iveen's voice, Dom Zombie. Okay. Marta. That may have been one of her names. Marta was balmy, Ravel, but she was not unkind and not unhelpful. If you were her, then you mean me no harm. I thank you. As you say her name, Ravel's face seems to shift. Her blue skin sags until she's wearing the same sour curd face expression you saw on Marta's face. Come on now, don't be all difficult on Marta. She raises the talon of her index finger like a scalpel and advances upon you. False, nasty corpse. Stand your ground. Ravel's filthy talons jabs you into your abdomen and pulls it brutally downwards in a saw-like motion. But there is no pain. You watch as your skin peels slowly back from her touch. No blood issues from the wound. Look at this, Marta, look at this. Ravel's free hand digs into your chest where she loops your intestine up like yarn and plucks them from your stomach. She does. Your stomach seals up as if time was going backwards. Marta, Ravel, holds up your intestines like a trophy. Pretty, eh, Marta? One shouldn't swallow such a thing, no. Can I have those back? I might need them later. She hands you the ropey mass. Despite the freshness, the fluids surrounding your intestines have dried like resin. It feels more like a loop of glazed rope. Thanks, I'll treasure this always. Have other questions? What is this place? Ravel gestures around her. Once a maze of lifeless stone it was, featureless, but a small black seed was wound in my hair when I came to this place, and it grew strong amongst the stone, flourishing, until it ran thick through the maze like the unravelling hair of a crone, and so this maze of another becomes my garden. Why were you imprisoned, Ravel? I tried to help a lady, and kindly she did not take to it. The Lady of Pain? You tried to help her? My offering of help was unwelcome. I tried to set her free. Sigil is the cage. A city of doors and locks is a prison for her. It must be, mustn't it be? Why else call the city of Sigil the cage? And who is caged? The lady. A prison so small for one so great. Unjustness, wrongness, intolerable to torment a woman thusly. I think I know who should be in a cage. I tried to break the cage, let the lady go free. She makes a shooing motion, her expression becoming pained as she scatters invisible birds. Shoo, oh pained woman, let Sigil's ring be broken so you might fly far from its filthy streets, and the stupid dabbers that dare not speak in words for fear their thoughts would be overheard. Ravel's hands slowly stop their shooing motion, and she gives a slow sigh. Before I could finish, I have found myself here, and my memories none the better for the trip. Much has slipped away, much forgotten, yes it was. Was? Ravel smiles with her yellow teeth. The dwindling of memory has become a comfort to these old bones. Much have I forgotten. I am fortunate in that I still remember you. But why did you try to free her? Ravel's voice drops, almost reprimanding. I resent anyone, even a power, being imprisoned, and think that everyone, whether stones, shawls, or quiet-bladed ladies, should be free. Some have said more, fool I. Why risk such a thing, they said. Is that what you were trying to do when I met you so long ago? Were you trying to set me free? Quite possibly quite. Life's chain and fear of death may have gripped too tightly on the man I knew. Knew then, Ravel picks at one of her jagged grey hairs, wrapping it around her fingers. No liking for chains and cages does Ravel have. And so I was caged somehow, or chained. It sounds to me as if your memory is stirring, Ravel. Yes! Ravel blinks for a moment, and her black-veined eyes become duller, as if she has become struck with a heavy weapon. Her talon tightens around the grey hair, so tightly it looks like she's about to tear it from her skull. Mayhap you were trapped, but it was no normal cage that held you. Do you have any idea what held me? Ravel looks confused, and her face twists as if she's fighting an unpleasant thought. I have forgotten, mayhap a promise? No. Her finger tightens around the grey hair, and to your surprise there is a snap like a twig breaking, and Ravel tears the hair from her head. A trickle of black blood worms beneath her skullcap, and she hisses in anger. Ravel, are you all right? No more will I say. Ravel's face wrinkles in pain. The talon covered with a blood-tipped grey hair, even plucked from her head, it looked jagged and stiff. I do not know, and no knowing shall I share. She stares down at the grey hair wrapped around her talon, and then she hisses, then flicks it to you. Take this, and leave the past where it lies, half-man. Why did you make me immortal, Ravel? It's what you wanted, seedling, and you asked so sweetly.
Now, how could Ravel say no to one such as you? Immortality was your solution and your challenge to me. My solution, but why? I do not know, seedling. Time has chipped away at my memories as well. It would seem, if you remember, tell me. I am a curious myself. It must have been something important. Isn't it in the nature of a man to want to live forever? Only if what lies on the other path carries greater pain. And that greater pain might just be the blood war. Ravel, this is very important. Do you have any idea why I asked you to do it? Death was a thing you needed to dodge. An easy thing to say, mayhap, but to do it is not. Immortality, even with its flaws, was the best solution that withered mind could untangle. Yet, lead is not easily changed to gold, but it is possible. Thought the unwise. Unwise, Ravel. If water can be drawn from blood, mortality can be taken from a mortal, peeled back like a sticky film. So you pulled it off. The gulf between man and unman is great. You travelled the distance, I provided the means, but you crossed on your own. Ravel slaps her head and rakes her hand through her hair. Bad Ravel, mortars are too flawed to be made to last. Still they break. They must be dragged kicking and screaming into an unhealthy new mould. Unhealthy, so the ritual was flawed. Shortcuts must be made, and they can break the moulded. For it is not always the mould that breaks, but the substance poured within it. Force something into a shape it was not meant to be, and it breaks. I thought the material was of stronger stuff, but you have been broken. But I am immortal, surely that was a success. You have survived long, immortal one, but you have become the prey of the creature that is life. She cups her hands, then reverses it, forming a canopy with her hands. The body is but a hut for the soul, but now no one dwells in your hut. What went wrong with the ritual? Puzzle-fleshed, broken, beautiful, beautiful mortal man. The ritual was not a finished thing. Ravel's brows wrinkle and her talons pick at her hair, tugging on a lone strand. The ritual gave you what you wanted, but great were the costs. The casting of shadows, the quiet, violent deaths of the mind, and the pain-taking emptiness. These things are dangerous are in such a fragile vessel, no matter how strong a mortal man. Regret them in the ritual, do I. Casting of shadows. Ungrateful shades, but ungrateful without cause? The shades, they hate you, nameless one. For they are fathered by you, your children. Once forsaken, they will never forgive. They will do everything they can to destroy the parent. Such is the way of the children. How do I father shades, these shadows? You cast shadows on existence, nameless one. With every death a shadow rises fresh from the fields of your flesh. They are wander for a time, but always they are return, looking to murder their parent. Such is the way of many offspring. Ravel purses her lips in disapproval, and suddenly pokes you in the chest with a talon. And thankless young man such as yourself. The quiet, violent death of the mind. 1,000 deaths and you recover from each. Not so the mind. The mind is much more fragile. Its scars run deep and do not heal. The brain is encased in a hard-bone shell, difficult to breach, but with no defense against that which eats at it from within. You have a hole where? Where your mortality once lay within your shell. She makes her hand into a fist and shakes it. Rattle, rattle goes the hollow man, a baby's plaything, with naught but a tiny stone that clatters and clacks in your frame. Do you doubt, Ravel? Of course I delivered on what was promised. Not long after the spell I drew to a close, I killed you to see if it had worked. You struggled so, but I kept my grip tight, and watched you die, you first of many deaths. Ravel clacks her teeth. Then what I learned in its flaws. What flaws?
Ego enwraps us like a poison. Forgot I did that it oft times serves as a shield. Ravel clicks her tongue. My pretty, pretty thing, there is much wisdom and understanding in the truth that life is a preparation for the ultimate goal, death. Our life is a means by which we learn how to die. If we forget such things... So that's when you discovered I lost my memories when I died. Yes, Ravel nods. Unfortunate. Without the mortality to hold such memories tight, the shell a body is. So is the mortality still intact? Ravel seems surprised and alarmed. Yes. Fear not for a broken mortality. If you are here talking at me, intact your mortality must be. Such a thing cannot be destroyed as long as you exist. You are an anchor of your mortal soul. As long as you are intact, so shall it be. Made to last are you? Ravel smiles and gives a wheezing laugh. For life swallowed you and spit you out. It swallowed him, but I don't know if he came out of that end. Enough of this. Look, Ravel, you took my mentality from me, and it has caused more harm than good. I would take it back now. You have had it over long, I think. You make a demand. Ravel's black-veined eyes sharpen and twist, taking disturbing awareness, and she bares her yellow fangs. No, that, Ravel, I will not do. What is undone cannot be done. Why not? Ravel cannot give such a thing to you, my precious man, for Ravel has nothing to give. I never possessed you or your mortality, though I wish to keep them both in my garden as selfish affection's keepsakes. Trace the patterns on your flesh. But such things Ravel could not bring herself to do. Why not? You loved him! Anna breaks her silence. She sounds astonished. You loved him, you did. Ravel gives a low, wide smile. Is that so hard for you to believe, fiendling? She cackles softly to herself. Does Ravel, being Ravel and thus a myth, not deserve to carry such a feeling in her black brambled heart? No creature is undeserving of such a feeling, Ravel. Grace speaks softly. The histories do not paint such a compassionate picture of you, however. Shh! The past is past, and histories care little for us speaking the truth of it. Ravel frowns. Then her voice drops slightly, threateningly, as she studies Grace. The feeling brushed me, yes. And now hold your silver tongue, abyssal daughter. I need not your soft words to cloud the air here. The man and I shall speak, and you shall bow out of this. I shall attend to you shortly. If you don't have my mortality, where is it? I do not know, sweet thing. But if I were you, I'd get it back quick. No telling what horrible things someone could do to you if they held your mortality for ransom. Ravel clicks her talons together. It would like beholding someone's sweet, succulent soul, a puppet dancing on someone's strings, would you be? And a most sad puppet too? Know where it is, I do not. Hold a moment, you say you don't know where mortality is. Do you know someone who does know where it is? Ravel smiles horridly, her tusks gleaming. Clever you are, yes. There is another who might know the things that Ravel does not. Another may know? Who? Ravel's eyes dim as if she's staring at something in the distance, and her voice slows. Fair-skinned one, must you ask? An angel, a diva. One who soars on the wings of morning, and with his hands is the architect of horizons. He lies beyond my keeping, in another cage, in another prison. In his knowing is the knowing of what you wish to know. Ask him your questions, listen to his answers, use them as guides. Where can I find him? In a leaving this prison to another cursed prison will you arrive. Though it may not appear as such to casual glances, step lightly and find the golden link in the ever-shortening chain. The light shall give the dark of the matter, a new path shall open to you. Delightfully cryptic, though not surprising, thanks. Ravel cackles. Of the past I am not held to particulars. You are fortunate to receive anything, your caustic one. Perhaps so. In any event, I had other questions. Of course. Thank you for your information. Bye-bye. Hold! Ravel's voice drops to a low hiss like that of a serpent. The most important question you have yet to ask, my precious man. Has it occurred to you yet? Yes. I need to know how to leave this place. Do you know the answer to this question? I know the branchings of this place, the twistings and bendings and burrowings. Though there are no leaves here, one may take their leave when they wished it. So you do know how to leave. Wrap your hands about you like branches, make them encircle your chest like a cage. Step from the edge of the maze into the darkness, and into another cage your body shall go. A simple leaving, but there is no return when that final step is taken. So take heed and take what you need before you take the step. Which of the edges of the maze do I leave by? Which? A question posed to the witch. Which? One of the edges knows, not I. The remembering of which has failed me, and the edges of the maze have had a little to say on the matter. You've known how to leave all this time? Then why don't you leave? Why stay when one can leave, is your question to me? Ravel breaks into a crooked smile, displaying a row of fangs. I turn the question upon its head and send it scurrying back to you. The answer lies not in the staying or leaving, but in the causes and reasons, my precious half-man. Don't you want to leave? It is a want, a once want, but not a now want, and more a knotted want. What do I need that lies beyond the brambled walls? It is a cruel, jagged world beyond the edges of this maze, and Ravel has pulled enough of its shards from her skin. You have done me a great service, beautiful Ravel. Thank you for hearing my request and sharing your knowledge with me. Ravel gives a crooked smile, all tusks, and then gives a soft cackle. Ah, it is I who thanks you, my precious man. Long has it been since such sweet flattery has been brought to this maze. I wish to grant you a boon, my songbird. I would gladly accept any gifts. Then listen to me, close your eyes, and I shall let you see the nature of the multiverse. I love free XP, man, and wisdom +1. You close your eyes. I forgot we get this free wisdom as well. You close your eyes, and as you do, you feel a sharp stabbing pain in your right eye. Your eye, one of your eyes, opens, and you see Ravel before you, her blood-red eyes gleaming with delight. One of her talons is extended and is tipped with your blood, and an eyeball, yours. What did you do? A boon I have granted, songbird, a twist of perception, a tap into the branches of the mind, a tap into the roots of Ravel's knowing have I granted you. A piece of me. What? Apparently, OBS has disconnected. Reconnection. Okay, we've lost connection for a second. Okay, give me back my eye. Of course, precious man. Ravel opens her palm, and your eye lies there, seemingly untouched, staring at you. She places it between her thumb and forefinger, then before you can react, she stabs it into your empty eye socket. A piece of me lies in your good eye, precious man. When you see the planes through that eye, you will understand more than you once did. Wiser you will be, and more experience of the planes and their turnings will you understand, and that is all. Very well, thank you, Ravel. I must bid you farewell. As you're about to utter your farewell, you suddenly feel a crawling sensation in your skull. You notice that Ravel's black-veined eyes have taken on a strange, predatory fire. You're not going to let me leave, are you, Ravel? A perceptive question, yet it's not the real question. Ravel's voice takes on a strange whisper, very sad that sends a faint echo. Very sad that sends a faint echo through your mind. The question is, do you wish to leave me, half-man? Okay, stream reconnected. I see. Okay. Fair Ravel, you helped me when I came to you so long ago, and you have done so again. I shall not forget what you have done. But now I must leave. I have to know more about myself. There is a terrible shimmering in the air around Ravel, and the sound of snapping twigs and cracking tree limbs, and the horrid sound of the trees bending and splintering. Ravel's lips peel back, and her voice becomes shrill, like a howling wind. What do you know of knowing, half-man? Know this. Know you will stay here until the end days, in my brambled garden, never to leave, and you shall love me as you were meant, as you promised. I'm afraid I would be poor company, Ravel, and I cannot stay in any event. I'm afraid you must allow me passage.
Let me check something. Right, okay, this is working. Something got disconnected, okay. Strange. I shall not let you leave. I have the power to keep you here, and I shall use it. My black-barbed maze shall not allow you to travel beyond it while I live, my precious, precious man. Ravel, I don't want to fight you. Don't do this. Allow me passage, and I shall return to visit you. You need not be alone in this place. Return? Return as you claimed you would so long ago? No, no, you shall not lie to Ravel twice. No more centuries will I wait for you. Ravel's lips peeled back, and her talons seemed to grow into fiendish claws. Here in my garden you will stay, and I wander the plains you will no longer. Ravel, calm yourself. There's no need for this. We'll see about that, witch. Nice. Mm-hmm. More decks. We need more decks. Obviously. This is pretty easy. Look at these stats. Look at these disgusting stats. Okay. Somehow, at this point in time, with all these disconnections and reconnections happening, I don't understand what the problem is exactly. Pacify, Chromatic Orb, Friends, Fist of Iron. Let's have another Missile of Patience. Here we would like another one of Infernal Orbs. Actually, let's go for the Ice Knife. This here case. Let's get this. Although I like the axe more. Another Chain Lightning Storm. We still can't get here, but that's besides the point, I suppose. Yes. It's like I've been streaming for too long and it's telling me that it's time to stop. Oh shit. Okay. At least I had the time to level up. Run. Run. Rest are you. Arse, you bastards. Attack. Okay, at least we got rid of that. Wow, that's some terrible shit there. Let's do Exit Torment. And these guys are all frozen up by her spell, which is a good spell. I think we get it. I think we get that spell. How about you just... Oh, she's got no healing. You can do this, though. And I can do this. Okay.
So we get to clear this out again, I suppose. And we get more shadows. Wow. In that case, Dana's wedding ring. What's this? What can it also do? Heal. Invokes heal. Do you have remove chaos? Fall from grace. We'll need to remove chaos. We will definitely need that. Black Barb chaos, cool. What are we supposed to do with that? Can't use it. How strange. Yes, this is how we get it. Scribble black sphere. This is what we need. Bone dagger will sell. Black barb necklace. Invokes black barb shield. It's kind of crap, so whatever. Heart charm. That's a black charm. Okay. I don't have the heart charm. What's this? Still charisma, resistances, and -1 wisdom. Ah, schmucks. That's not good. Okay. Well, I guess we did something. The space beneath the overhanging branch is glowing softly. It seems to reveal a small brambled room beyond. You notice that the grey hair Ravel plucked from her head is slowly twisting like a corkscrew. Wait, see what the hair does. Hair slowly curls up to your left arm, circles around your wrist, and wraps itself tightly around your left index finger. In response, the light beneath the arch glows brighter, beckoning you to step through. Step through the portal. The arch is made of an The circular plot on the floor of the maze is peculiar in that all the vegetation around it has died, except for 3 sickly twigs in the center. It looks as if the twigs devoured all the other vegetation around them. The twigs are thin like grasping fingers, and they have none of the black barbs that coat the branches elsewhere in the maze. As you examine them, however, you can feel a magical vibration from them. They are like the faint vibrations you feel in the maze, but they are more insistent, like the wailing of tiny children. Start humming the same tune Ravel used when she called upon the maze's power. As you begin humming, the twigs suddenly begin twisting within their dead circle, their fingers thrashing, grabbing for something, and you know instinctively they're clutching for a black barbed seed. Hope I can find some other seeds, though I have a feeling that Ravel gave me the only ones here. Did I just... Did I just mess that up? Yeah. We messed it up a little bit. That's alright. That's fine. Not a problem.
420 experience. Jesus. What did I deserve? What did I do to deserve that? Okay. Okay, at least we got rid of something. What are we actually at? Wow, we need a lot of experience. This isn't gonna help, man. Space beneath this brambled arch seems to show a large desert city surrounded by great walls. This must be the prison Ravel mentioned. So here we are in the Outlands. I wonder how this will get recorded, since we had a couple of disconnections for some reason. But anyway, we're in the Outlands. Cursed God. The cursed. Quarantine in effect. So... yes, this is where we'll leave this game for now. I messed it up with the bleeding thing. Can we actually use the Ravel's piece of hair? No, we can't. We don't need it then. We only needed it in the maze. We can't go back to the maze. We don't have any more little bobbed thingies. So there you go.
Anyway, thanks for watching. We'll be nearing the end of the game fairly soon. I'll see you next time.